ago, they described the universe as being this peaceful, gentle place. We have come to learn that the universe has no shortage of ways it can kill us.
Balias tu kumawasiana magyotul. Sakya talabasia tu baga. Pikites da. Pikitas sabaliatuku. Balias tu kumawasiana magyotul. Bisana migyatula ba Yahova kista walu maya.
Cats keep beating up your chops, I ought to turn you over to the cops. But dig this field I'm laying you dead. Don't talk to me, call the body food. You run your mouth and I run my business, brother. You run your mouth and I run my business, brother. You tell everybody I'm busted. You talk so much you got me disgusted. But you run your mouth and I run my business, brother. You run your mouth and I run my business, brother. You run your mouth and I run my business, brother. You start in telling me you're my pal and end up telling me how to handle my gal. You run your mouth and I run my business, brother. Me, Jack.
Detective Norman, can I join you? Sorry for the delay, but I didn't want anybody seeing me.
What can I get you, sir?
Just a coffee.
Coming right up.
I'm glad you FBI guys made the time to meet with me.
What's this all about, Detective? Who's this scientist you have in protective custody, and why?
He's some famous astronomer, works over at the University Observatory.
Okay. Does this famous astronomer have a name, Detective?
Dr. Lewis Carlson.
You're talking about the guy that was in the newspapers recently for receiving some award.
That's the guy.
What's he doing in police custody?
All I know is he says the other night he spotted something through his telescope, filmed it, and now some rogue G-men are trying to whack him. You guys aren't going after egghead astronomers these days, are you?
Your contacting us was the first we've heard of this situation, Detective. Did he say why these rogues want him dead? Was he pointing that telescope at the stars, or at something he wasn't supposed to? Maybe something a little bit more earthbound?
Your coffee, sir.
Nope. Not earthbound, that's for sure. He got this crazy film he shot through the telescope, and he's been going on and on about something out there in space. Something that he says is going to kill us all. I mean, like big, like end of the world kind of stuff. Biblical, apocalypse, and Armageddon.
You say what it is?
He doesn't know for sure, but says it's some sort of gas clouds or something. He says he contacted the Grand Foundation about it, which of course is funded by the government, and the next thing you know, it's an attempted whack job. Says some goons in a government car shot at him while driving home. The guy escapes a bullet just to find his house ransacked when he got home, and that's when he called us. Says he needs some protection. I thought he was some kind of kook until we saw his car full of bullet holes and his house. Whoever it is, they're definitely looking for something.
Well, this doesn't make any sense.
Since when does the government make sense, Agent? You're always hiding something, you know that. Hell, you work for 'em. But you're right. This doesn't make sense to me, you, and especially this astronomer guy.
Okay, Detective, what do you want from the FBI?
We're just a local police department. We don't have the resources to keep this guy on ice indefinitely. This is way over our heads. We need to turn him over to UG men. This ain't within my jurisdiction to hold a guy the government wants dead or alive. So I'm gonna warn you. The entire precinct knows about this guy. So we don't want no funny business, you understand, or we'll go public. We'll tell the newspapers he was in your custody.
Calm down, Detective. The FBI isn't involved in this attempted hit, or we wouldn't be having this conversation. I don't believe the government wants him dead either, or he'd be dead. There's something missing to this story, and I don't think he's telling you everything he knows. You got the film he shot?
Yeah, we got it. I'll have it sent over to your office first thing. But you gotta get this guy off my hands. I don't want any of my men getting in the middle of something that can get him in trouble with the government. Or worse, killed.
Well, why won't this astronomer meet with me personally?
He's a bit shaken up right now. He don't know who to trust. Especially G-Man. He thinks the government is trying to kill him, remember?
We'll have to meet with him.
He won't do it. He won't do it. He gave us the film and all of his research notes and papers and said to give that to you. He just wants to disappear. Hell, he don't trust nobody. Not even us. Can't say I blame him. After seeing his car, it looks like an attempted mob hit, not the government.
If it is rogue elements within the intelligence community, they're not going to make it look like a government hit, Detective. You know that. The best way to keep it covered up would be to make it look like a mob hit. But why? Why an astronomer?
You guys figure it out. I'll get the film and the papers to your office. But you just get this guy out of my precinct. We ain't babysitting a man on the government hit list. I don't care if they're rogues or not.
I'll have to get approval before we can take this guy into protective custody. You get that information to my office as soon as possible. I won't have an answer until we have a chance to review it.
Fine. But if he gets whacked while he's in my jail, it ain't my fault. I just want to be clear on that.
We'll move as quickly as possible, Detective. You just get that stuff to my office. Are we done here?
Yeah, we're done. For now.
What the hell am I supposed to be looking at here, Scapelli? This just looks like some kind of smoke ring. Okay, I've seen enough with the lights. With all the mob activity, bootleggers, drugs, gambling, prostitution, not to mention we're up to our eyeballs in unsolved murders, now the local police want us to babysit some damn scientist? What the hell's going on? Space is outside of our jurisdiction. What's this space smoke anyway, and what's it got to do with anything?
I don't know, sir. But whatever it is, somebody wants this guy dead and this film to go away. He thinks it's government intelligence.
We're not sure it's the government, Scapelli. This guy could be some kind of nut job, you know what I mean.
You evidently didn't read the astronomer's notes, Carlson.
What's it say in his notes, Weissman?
He says this swirling smoke ring could kill all life on Earth. Now, call me insane, but a reputable award-winning astronomer like this guy could spread this fear theory all over the country. Hell, all over the world. And cause major problems. It would almost be a self-fulfilling prophecy if his conclusions leaked to the public. In his notes, he writes he was told to keep his mouth shut about this theory, but he refused. That's when the attempted hit went down.
But why kill a guy just for having an opinion?
It's not just an opinion, Carlson. Not when it comes from a highly accredited astronomer. It becomes immediate scientific fact, whether it's true or not. This guy's opinions could be an extremely dangerous thing.
But we can't just let these intelligence boys just whack him like a bunch of mobsters either. I want to know why. I want to know what they know, or believe they know, that we don't know. Carlson, you make the arrangement. Pick up this guy and get him on ice, somewhere safe, incommunicado.
Somewhere where only we have access. That'll buy us and the scientist some time to get to the bottom of this threat as he sees it. Hell, maybe he's right. Maybe he's wrong.
But if he's dead, we'll never know. You think these intelligence goons are going to let us in the loop if it is a real threat? Scapelli, I want a file on this guy. I want a record of every word out of his mouth. Just in case, before they try to finish what they started. If they do, 5 will get you 10. We'll be left in the dark. Take Pretty Boy here with you. He's got plenty of free time on his hands these days since his cover was blown on that Mafia sting. You look good in that tux, Hicks. Very mafioso. I don't see how they pegged you.
Yeah, that's very funny, boss. You should have put Scarpelli undercover. He's a wop. He would have fit right in.
Yeah, but we all like Scapelli. We feel real bad if something happened to him. But you, Hicks.
All right, everybody, enough with the levity. Hicks, you know damn well that would have been impossible. They've made him quicker than you. You're Irish. Scarpelli's Italian, for God's sake. They would have run a check on his family, and that would have led him right back to this office. Use your head, Hicks, for something other than a hat rack. All right. So, if the intel goons want to play like mobsters, well, two can play that game. We wrote the book on it. We deal with these crazies every day.
Do you think it's a good idea interfering if this is a government issue?
Our job is to protect the citizens of this country, Weissman. If these intelligence boys want this scientist, they have to play by the same rules as any other law enforcement agency. This isn't the Wild West. All right, listen. Don't take a carpool car for this transfer. Take a personal car. It's a little less conspicuous. That'll keep the eye boys guessing just in case they shadow the local police. If anything goes down, we can always say we thought it was a mob hit.
It'd serve him right for not letting us in the loop. I'll call this detective Norman
and have him set up an undercover transfer at the old Ace Garage just out of town. That should be a quiet enough transfer point. Carlson, You go down to finance and pick up a cash disbursement. Get this guy on ice. I'll let him know you're on your way.
Dr. Jameson, I presume.
That's me.
These guys are New York's finest? They look like a bunch of bootlegging hillbillies to me. Good cover, guys. That is cover, right?
You're with the FBI?
If I wasn't, you'd be dead. Oh, thanks to these yahoos. You guys didn't brief them on the protocol for a situation like this, I assume. Yeesh. You don't just come up and surrender your identity like that. You don't know who we could have been.
How can I trust you? How do I know you weren't sent by the Foundation?
In your position, Dr. Carlson, you're gonna have to trust somebody. Believe me, if the FBI wanted you dead, you'd be dead. We wouldn't be having this conversation. I certainly wouldn't be giving you money, now would I?
What's this money for? To keep me quiet? I can't keep this quiet.
That money isn't to keep you quiet, Dr. Jameson. On the contrary. In fact, we want to know everything you know about this thing. The things you saw, what you think the government wants, why you think they want you dead because of it. I understand you can't get any money right now without being spotted, so let's just hold you over until we can get to the bottom of this mess. If necessary, we'll get you placed into our protective program and show our intentions.
Over here.
Now, why do you think...
Take cover! What's going on? He's what?
Yeah, but we all like Scapelli. We feel real bad if something happened to him. But you, Hicks.
Yeah, that's very funny, boss.
Those rogues, one minute they're spraying the place with bullets, the next they're just gone. Without their cars, without their weapons, just gone. What the hell is going on? What was that sound?
But why kill a guy just for having an opinion?
Whoever it is, they're definitely looking for something. Since when does the government make sense, Agent? You're always hiding something, you know that. Hell, you work for 'em. Something out there in space. Something that he says is going to kill us all. I mean, like big, like end of the world kind of stuff. Biblical apocalypse, Armageddon.